Hey y'all, I'm about to whip up a batch of banana bread. This is one of my most loved recipes. Everyone I give this to loves it. So I thought I'd show you how I do it. And I'm making 2 batches because I'm gonna make one gluten-free. So I have my oven preheating to 400 degrees. I have one of the pans greased, and all I did was I took about a teaspoon and a half of butter, and you just smear it all in there. This gives it a good crust, and it will come out nice and easily for you. So that's it. That's all I did. Simple. Okay, so each batch is supposed to have 3 bananas, but I only had 5, so it's 2.5 each. It's no big deal. Recipes like this are very forgiving to stuff like that. It really doesn't matter. If you want to add a little bit of applesauce, you could, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. I'm not gonna worry about it. So these are super ripe. 2 of them were all spotted, and 3 of them were dark. And they're not bad. Some people think the bananas are bad. They're not bad. They're perfectly fine on the inside, as you can see. They're just really, really soft because they're really ripe, and that's what makes the best banana bread. It gives it just such a good banana-y flavor and a good texture. So if your bananas don't just squish like that, they're not ripe enough. You need to let them get more brown. It'll be okay, but it won't be as sweet. It just won't have as good flavor. So just mash it up really good. 3 bananas each. This is 2.5. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. So each one gets 1 egg. And one thing I really like about this recipe is how economical it is. These ingredients are so cheap. A lot of recipes I see call for more flour than this uses, and a couple of eggs, and like a whole stick of butter, and that's crazy to me. That's expensive these days. And this is like an economical thing. We're trying not to waste bananas. You know, some weeks your kids eat up all the bananas, and the next week they don't eat any. So you have all these bananas left over that you need to do something with. Big banana bread. So they each get 1 egg, and then a 1/4 cup of melted butter. And the eggs have been setting out. They're not cold. They're room temperature. And I melted this butter about 15 minutes ago, so it's not like hot, because we don't want scrambled eggs. That will happen if you pour super hot butter on the cold eggs. Okay. And then we're gonna add 1 cup of sugar. Now, I like to do 1/2 cup of white sugar and 1/2 cup of brown sugar. I think it's just good flavor. But I'm out of brown sugar. So in the regular one, the one with gluten, the regular flour, I'm gonna do just all sugar. But in mine, in the gluten-free, I'm gonna do 1/2 cup of sugar, and then 1/2 cup of coconut sugar, because I just like it. It's like kind of less sweet. I don't know. It has good flavor though, and it reminds me of brown sugar. I'm gonna do that because it's open and I need to use it. Okay, now we mix. You just mix all that together. Doesn't that look delicious? And this is probably not the right way. I'm sure you're supposed to do separate bowls and add the wet to the dry. I'm not doing all that, y'all. Absolutely not. Okay. Now you need 1.5 cups of flour. So that's 1/2 cup. Yeah. 1 cup and a half. And then you need need a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of baking soda, and that's it. This recipe is so easy, and this is a half teaspoon, so I need 2. And then this isn't in the recipe, but I just like it. I think it tastes so good. And banana bread, I do a little bit of cinnamon. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and measure this out, and then I'm gonna mix them up. And I'm just using the Great Value all-purpose gluten-free baking mix. Yeah, all-purpose flour. Okay, oh, here it is. I need to... And I have not tried this with gluten-free flour before because I'm just seeing how it turns out. I'm trying to cut out gluten. That is so hard. If you've ever tried to cut out gluten, like some things are really easy, like Mexican, because you can use corn tortillas and eat like rice and beans. But like I just love bread, you know, I love baking. And I hate not being able to eat it, but then it makes me sick, so we'll try this and see if it turns out the same. My son is so excited. He came by here and he's like, "What are you making?" A banana bread. And I don't know why this needs to be bread, not muffins. And I don't add chocolate chips. I don't add nuts. That's it. And it's so good. Hold on, Bubba. Hold on.
Okay. Bye, Mommy.
See how easy that is to throw together? How long did that take me? Like 5 minutes? It's so easy. And it tastes so much better than what you buy at the store. And those muffins and breads are expensive. Like $4. I'm not using $4 worth of ingredients. No way. And it's with bananas that we were gonna throw away, right? That we thought were bad. They're not bad. Yes, you could use like a wooden spoon. I was just like, I'm lazy. I don't want to do more dishes than I need to. And this has the coconut sugar, which is dark brown. And that's why this has that dark color like that. We didn't use any brown sugar in the regular flour one. So that's why it has that. No, Bob. Bob, please. They look like the same. Hopefully they bake up the same. I've had good success with the Great Value gluten-free flour. So Okay, we're gonna throw these in the oven. It's 400. We're gonna bake them at 400 for like 15 minutes. And then I'm gonna turn it down to 350 and bake it for another 30 to 40 minutes. It's really until it's done. Stick a toothpick in it and make sure that it's not sticky and gooey and wet. A little bit is okay, but not like a little bit of crumbs, not wet though. And I'll show you that when it's done. Hey guys, so we just pulled these out of the oven. This is the regular flour. Looks really good. And this is the gluten-free flour with half coconut sugar. It's a little bit darker, but the coconut sugar is dark. So we ended up baking these at 400 for 15 minutes, and then I turned the oven down to 350 and baked it for another 40 minutes. So 55 total, and they look perfect. I'm gonna let them cool in the pans for 10 minutes. And then after 10 minutes, I'm going to turn them out and let them finish cooling on the rack. Now I have to say, I don't know why, but if you eat this very soon after taking it out of the oven, it's just not as good. I highly recommend letting this cool completely, putting it in a Ziploc baggie, and then slicing it up the next morning with coffee, you know, for a snack throughout the day. This is good all the time, but it's better the next day. I don't know why, it just is. But I'll show you in about 10 minutes whenever I turn these out. Hey guys, so I just turned these out of the pans. They came out clean as a whistle. It's that butter, y'all. They just came right out. This is the regular one, the one with gluten. And this is the gluten-free. I'm really excited to try this and compare. And I will let you know how the gluten-free compares to the original one. All right, guys, so as promised, I just wanted to show you the textures and how these came out. This is perfect. This is exactly how the banana bread's supposed to look. This is the regular flour. This is the gluten-free. I'm really excited that the gluten-free turned out so well. Some things are just not good gluten-free, but they look super similar. So I hope you guys try this recipe. If you do, leave a comment and let me know how it comes out. If you like this video, give me a like, and I will see you again later.